Hey everybody. All right, so we're going to go over what our principles of foods exam is. I've had a lot of questions, so let me break it down for you so that you can understand what we're looking at. Okay, so what you guys are doing is going to be planning meals for the next 3 days. So on here, this is your final. So I said to do it either in some kind of, you could do a slide, you could do a doc, but you need to do it for me so that I need a slide for maybe each thing. I'll kind of discuss it as we go. So the first thing you need to do is list down what are 5 foods for breakfast, for lunch, and dinner that you usually eat. So you're just making a list. So for breakfast, maybe you do French toast one morning or eggs the next day. Maybe you do a quiche. Maybe you're doing oatmeal. Okay, just make a list of 5 breakfast foods. Same for lunch. Maybe you're going to do a turkey sandwich with lettuce and tomato. Maybe you're having some kind of soup for the day. So list 5 lunch foods. Then dinner. Maybe you're doing chicken and rice. Maybe you're having lasagna one day. You just need to list 5 foods for each of those groups. So that would be one slide if you do it on the slide. You're going to select from those lists of the 5 items that you listed for each breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you're going to use those in your 3-day planning, okay? You are allowed to have milk, can be repeated out of your other items. I don't want to see oatmeal every day for breakfast. You need to give me something different each day so you have a variety, okay? One thing that you're going to do is you must include, when you do dinners, you need to have a main dish. Say you're having meatloaf, you need 2 side dishes. Maybe you're having corn and green beans. Maybe you're having biscuits to go with that. Or if you're not having a bread, maybe you're having dessert. So maybe you're having apple pie. Okay, so those are what you need to have required for when you plan your lunches. So you're planning for each. So breakfast, lunch must contain at least 3 different foods. So say you're having scrambled eggs. Maybe you're going to have some fruit salad on the side and a glass of milk. All right, so there's 3 different food group items that you could have. Maybe you're doing oatmeal, and then you decide to have orange juice and you do whole wheat toast. Those are 3 different items. So those are for lunch and dinner. You may not have anything that you are eating out or for delivery. So these are all meals that you have to do at home. You can't cheat, have DoorDash bring you a meal and add that to your list, okay? One of the days for your 3 days, I would like to have some kind of ethnic food, whether you're Mexican, Chinese, Italian, whatever you want. So make one of them like that. And the recipe must be included for these. So if you do your ethnic food, that's another recipe you need to add. So instead of 5 recipes, you're going to have 6 because you need to add that ethnic food. The next part is if you have food such as salad, you need to add everything. So say you have a salad for lunch one day. So you've got lettuce, maybe you put tomatoes on it and carrots on it. Maybe you had chicken on it, Thousand Island dressing. You need to list what's in your salad because each one of those counts separately. So you need to let me know what those are, okay? On 9, you must write out 5 recipes for your menus. So if you're planning on having meatloaf for dinner, you're gonna put a meatloaf recipe. Maybe you're having a quiche for breakfast. You're gonna give me that quiche recipe, okay? So if you can fit more than 1 recipe on a page, that's great, do it. I would like a picture of the food. So look for a picture of that food item so that you can do that. For these recipes, you need to give me actual amounts, not recipes that you recall from your mind. So if it says 1 cup of lettuce, you need to write that. I don't need you to do a recipe where you say a handful of raisins. I need an exact measurement of what you're having done, okay? You must have a recipe. So out of your 5 recipes, 1 needs to be for a dessert. 2 need to be for main dishes for dinner. 1 needs to be a vegetable. and one needs to be a bread. So those are your 5 recipes that's required, plus the one for your ethnic food. So that's 6 total for your recipes. Also, you're using the My Plate to determine the number of servings per day. So like for dairy, you need to have 3 servings a day. So in that day of meals, I need to see that you've had 3 servings of milk. So maybe for breakfast, you had a yogurt. That counts. Maybe you had a baked potato with sour cream. That counts. Maybe you had a glass of milk with your lunch. So right there is 3 servings of dairy for the day. So that's what I'm looking for when you do that. What you're going to do is once you have your meal planned, you're going to go on any kind of web page, Kroger's or Walmart. You're going to look up groceries. You're going to get together what you need. If you're having salad one day, that means you need to buy lettuce, and you're coming up with what it costs for each item that you're going to be using. If you are using things like sugar and salt and spices that you already have, that does not need to be included in your grocery list. So I'm looking for main products. If you're making meatloaf, you're going to need hamburger. So look up the price for hamburger, and what you're going to do is have your grocery list right next to each item, how much that cost in there for the 3 days. On 12, I said, look online, see what you can have. Once you have that done, I'm looking for what's your grand total. Did you spend $150 for the groceries for those 3 days? Did you spend $50 for the groceries for those days? So that's what each point is on here. So what I'm looking for is on here, look down at my rubric that I gave you. So you should have one slide or something that lists all 5 breakfast foods, lunch, and your dinners. So have a slide for that. You need to have a slide to show your 3 daily menus, okay? You can do it on, I would prefer that you do it on each slide. So day 1, write everything for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then the next slide, that just makes it easier for me to read it. So that's that one. You need a slide for your ethnic recipe. What's your recipe for your ethnics? You need to have a slide for your 5 recipes. So if you can get 2 recipes on one slide, that's great. So use what you need for those. Daily servings shown correctly. That's where I said that you're going to say for day 1, your dairy. You had your yogurt, your sour cream, and your milk. For your vegetables that day, maybe you had a salad with 2 cups of lettuce. Maybe you had green beans. So that would be your 3 servings for that. So you're keeping track of each day that you ate what you need from your My Plate. So each meal, we've done this when we do our cooking labs. Remember at the end, I asked for you to come up with 3 items that's going to make it a well-rounded meal. That's what I'm asking for when it says showing daily servings shown incorrect. Okay, so an example, breakfast. I had eggs with strawberries and milk. So I had eggs, that's my protein on there. I had strawberries, that's my fruit. I had dairy, which was the milk. You could also add, if you want to, maybe you did some grilled green peppers and onions to go with your scrambled eggs. That would be vegetable. And you had a piece of toast. That would be grain. All right, so you're showing me that you're doing the My Plate as you plan these. I want to see your grocery list. So you're listing everything that you need to buy that you don't have. You're giving me a grand total. That can be on the same slide. How much is everything going to cost you? I'm looking for it to be neatly done. So add pictures, have fun with this, be creative. Try not to have any grammar errors. You're on the computer. They do spell check for you. They do items like that so that you have those. So you should not have any errors or anything going on. This is a total of 160 points. So just read through, please. Hopefully that helps explain it a little better for you guys so that you understand what's expected from this. It shouldn't be too hard. Just get a cookbook out, look and see what you have at your house. What do you guys usually eat? Maybe there's a recipe your mom makes for dinner that you like. You can put that as one of your dinners on those 3 days. Remember, if you have any questions, please email me, And I will try to get back to you as soon as I can so that you can get this done, because this is due for Friday, May the 22nd. All right, guys, have fun with this. Bye.